This is the foundation with 2-inch to 4-inch gravel top with 3/4 net to the finished grade, ready for foundation walls, and the slabs will go in the basement. Here we're doing the final grading of the gravel, getting ready to put in the footers. The forms are set to put the footers, and the footers are poured, and you can see them in there on the perimeter and in the center where the load-bearing walls will sit on. The forms are then brought in. The guys start putting up the forms all around the basement walls to prepare for the foundation. And you can see here all the bracing that they're using all around on the forms to make sure that once the concrete is poured with all the weight, there's no movement, as we need to have straight foundation walls to build a house on top of it. This is the view from the back of the house. As you can see here, we have added 2x6s on top of the forms to add 5.5 inches over the 9-foot forms in order to create a higher basement height. So when our floor or slab is in, then we will have a clear 9-foot ceiling in the basement, which is a nice height. And this will compensate for the ducting that will go in for the HVAC system. So on this day, we came to do final measurements before the concrete gets poured to make sure that the walls, the length, that the foundation walls are straight, that the diagonals are right, and we have nice square angles, and that everything's ready to go before the actual concrete gets poured, which we cannot fix after the fact. So once everything is ready, the next step is to wait for the concrete crew, the concrete pump, and the concrete itself. Brought in the family to show the progress. Here you see the guys putting in the rebar and getting everything ready to pour. And the pump has arrived. And the guys have arrived, and here we go. The forms are set and everything's ready to go. So all that we're waiting for now is the concrete trucks. And I believe we used 4 or 5 trucks for this to be able to fill in the foundation walls. Here are some more views of the foundations all around the house, different heights, different sizes. And on the next video, we'll show you what the product looks like and what the foundation looks like when all the forms are taken off. And you'll be able to see exactly what we did and where the windows and doors are going to be. You can see there on the bottom we have footers where we'll have posts and we'll have load-bearing walls. We added footers under those so that we have a good base for the house so that we don't have any shifting or movement down the road. The size of the basement is roughly 40 feet by 60 feet with a garage attached, which is 30 by 30 under the garage. There's no basement, so the garage elevation is higher than the basement level. Here we go, the moment of truth. The concrete truck is here. The concrete is here. The pump is here. The crew has arrived, and they're starting to pump the concrete in the forms. Once everything is done, a couple of days later, they remove the forms and will expose the finished product, which hopefully will be exactly as we want. And there will be any issues. Keep an eye out for the next video. We'll see the finished product. Stay tuned.